So this is my second test on Wirecast Play, and Wirecast Play is free. If you want to get rid of the watermark, you have to pay $10. Now, I did a test previously on Wirecast Play just to see how that worked, and I've been learning a little more on how to use it. I found out that you can use your phone, and you download a piece of software called Wirecast Cam. It's free, and as long as you're in the same network, you're able to connect the Wirecam, which is the app that you see here on my iPhone, and it connects to the Wirecast Play, which is free, which is a plus. Now, there are some issues, of course. Latency is the number one thing that I think is critical. If you don't put the audio, like for example, you gotta pump the audio. My recommendation is that you gotta pump the audio from the iPhone or an iPad, but the audio has to be pumped out of that so that you can see my lips being synced. If not, it's going to look kind of awkward. Wirecast Play doesn't allow you to connect more than one device, I guess, in terms of streaming. So right now, the only camera that I have is the one that's on my laptop. So right now, it's my MacBook Air that's recording this. CPU usage is up there. It's right now at 72%, so you might hear you can probably hear more the ambulance outside, the fire truck, than the processor. It's not plugged into the power, so it's right now everything is basically wireless. The cool thing about having the phone, right, is that you can switch modes. I think you can. See? Yeah. So you can switch here, and then you can definitely see, it's a wireless camera, which is pretty amazing if you think about it. Definitely you can record this way, and again, it's free, which is very important, especially if you want to get into these type of things where you do live shows. I definitely don't see myself doing live shows in the future, but you never know, that might change. But I can see it used for people in education, especially if you want to do something like demonstrations. You can check you can have your YouTube list of people that are texting you and probably asking you questions while you can answer it. And you see that more and more often in many people's YouTube channels, even in Facebook. But this Wirecast Play piece of software that is on the computer seems to be very easy to set up. And also, great thing is that you can have a wireless camera, which is pretty amazing. I'm going to see if I can use that maybe to do a demonstration, let's say like a math demonstration or something. Another thing too is you got to kind of look where the camera is too, because then your audience is going to think that you're looking at something else. Or like right now I'm looking at the camera on the phone. I can't see myself if here, if I'm looking at the camera. Well, I'm looking at the screen, but if I look at the camera, I can, there's more connection, of course, to my audience. So I think my next thing I want to do is see if I can do a demonstration. maybe use something like Doceri or Notability, use the phone as a camera to, um, you know, collect the video that I'm trying to display on my iPad or something. Right now, my CPU has gone up to 77% now, 78%. So I'm wondering as I'm doing more and more, will I be getting more higher CPUs? Probably, best thing to do is probably to connect it, the power, and then have a better laptop maybe with a better GPU on it. I don't know. We'll as time goes on, maybe I can use it in a different laptop and so forth. But for now, I think um, going back and forth is pretty cool. Portable wireless camera, and then of course the Wirecast Play that gives you the opportunity to go back and forth. I know that you can add other things like overlays, and you can have my name on the bottom. All these things I'm probably going to be doing in the future, but I'm just wanting to see if this is working to this point. Seems like the wireless setup here in this room seems to be working fine. I don't see any droppage in the network. All right, so I'll be seeing you soon.